the way to the Great Smoky Mountains, and there's elk there. Elk with collars. When I was back at Morrow Mountain, it was just too hot. I was trying to walk down the trail and record a little bit, and I got too overheated. I was dumping water on my head and still too overheated. So, kind of just flew through that. I'm a little disappointed that it got so hot so quick in North Carolina. I wanted to stay there for a couple weeks at least, and I was there for maybe 3 days. I'm not used to the heat at all. I have like a heat intolerance from the thyroid stuff. But back in the Uwharrie Forest, saw a couple squished rattlesnakes and lots of strange bugs. A couple crazy looking newts, blue ones, crazy colors. I think I got one on film that I should be able to put into this video. So we're heading towards Pisgah National Forest. It's the middle of nowhere out there, and it has primitive campsites where you can it's just a fire ring. You pull your car in, there's a fire pit, you set up your tent and take it easy for the night. After that, I'm going to head up towards Cherokee, where hopefully I'll be able to see some of the elk that they reintroduced. Last time I was there, I saw about maybe like 20 elk, and it was pretty amazing. But I'll see what I can come up with heading northwest up into the mountain where it's a little bit cooler, hopefully. If you aren't used to it, it's bad. It's still 93. I can see the mountains though. They're right there. I wonder if the elk have gotten into Tennessee yet. I wonder if they've multiplied enough to start to spread out like an elk explosion. There's no way to switch this to show the view, huh? Alright, I'll stop it and switch the view. It's gonna be cool. So I stopped for a minute to look at the hunting regulations in Tennessee. And it seems that they have elk up there, but no open season on them. You can't hunt them. So we're in the like the foothills of the Smokies now. It's about a 10-degree drop in temperature, 2,166 feet elevation. I'm feeling better. It's definitely more comfortable, and maybe I'll be able to do some flintknapping demonstrations up here. I don't know yet. I'll see when I get there. There's a giant lizard on top of that roof. So, it's much cooler up here. Much cooler up here. Cool. So this is what these forest roads where you can camp look like. Sometimes they're a little bumpy. So the turkey just flew up when that car drove past. I have a feeling it might be a little busy. It's Mother's Day weekend, it's Sunday. But we'll see how it looks. So we came up a couple thousand more feet to try to find a good campsite. We found a good one here. This says you can't leave any food exposed because of bears. So you gotta yell, "Hey bear," a lot, apparently.
Hey bear.
And I'll show you what these primitive campsites look like. And this one's really good. Here's where you set up your tent. And just a little fire pit. Now this one's extra good because we can walk down this trail here. And it's pretty far from that camp up there. I mean, it's a bit of a ways. And down at the end of the trail here is another fire pit. So that means we can cook down here. Yeah, this looks good. We could cook down here. There's a really nice view. Another trail going down even further. I haven't looked down there yet. But if you look in the distance, we're pretty high up. I think this will be good for a few days. On the Blue Ridge Parkway, heading up the mountain. And I started hearing noises from the front of my car. So I got out, and the engine splash guard was snapped and hanging off. So I tied it back up with some hemp string, and I called one place. It was called First Aid Auto. And I spoke to the manager. His name was Seth. And he told me to come right down and he'd take a look at it. So I got down there and he gave me the pieces for free. Put it all together and set me on my way. So now I'm going to enter a tunnel. It's dark. So I'll put in pictures of his auto repair shop and his contact information for anyone that's ever in the area here near Uwharrie Forest. That's the guy to go see. He's super friendly, helped me out right away. In and out, I wasn't even there for 5 minutes. We're heading to the Tennessee border for the hunting license and a spot to camp. Jesus. So we're at an elevation of 4,000 feet right now. And these roads are not anywhere near as bad as Pisgah. But when we're coming down the hills, well, down the mountain I should say, the gravel is not very steady. And I feel like I'm slipping a little bit, and you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but to the right is huge cliffs. And it's making me quite a bit nervous to be driving on this road. I'm going to stay as close as I can to the left as possible.
Turn right on North River Road.
What? See, if you look at the tire tracks, somebody came through here before. It looks like they were sliding. It's kind of muddy. Well, that's the Tennessee border. We're pretty high up. So about to cross in now. Looks like Tennessee. Sounds like Tennessee. Okay, you ready? As soon as we pass this sign. Aha! Tennessee! Hello, Tennessee. Hey, you better watch out, squirrels. Where are the squirrels? Where are you? So it's been about 45 minutes on this road so far, and I think I probably got about 45 minutes more to the campsites, and then it's like an hour past that to town. So this really is middle of nowhere. Sudden change to paved road. So weird. So normally I wouldn't have been concerned about the dirt road, but I was on a 4,000 foot cliff there. I was on the side of a mountain and the car was sliding in the mud. This is a lot better. There's no cliff over here though. I seem to be driving right over top of the mountain now. Still at elevation 3,370. So still pretty high up.
There's waterfalls everywhere. Uh-oh. What is that?
And I don't know what that sound is. So apparently my brakes didn't handle that very well. Alright. We'll have to see what's up with that now. It's just screeching and grinding. These are brand new brake pads. I had some installed right before I left. So hopefully it's just some sand or gravel stuck in the pad or something. Okay, so I threw some water on the brake pad because I thought maybe there was some sand stuck in there, and it instantly boiled the water. I drove a little bit more, kept up with that grinding, squealing sound. Just heard a little tiny bit more just now, and then it stopped. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that maybe it was just some grit stuck in the brake pad. But that brake pad was so hot that it boiled the water instantly when I threw it on it. Okay, it's been about 5 more minutes, and the noise has not come back. So I'm pretty relieved about that, but I'm not getting my hopes up too soon here. We got about 6 more miles till the campsites start. Supposedly, hopefully. If not, it's an hour drive from here to town on this road. I'm still hearing some strange noises. Alright, we'll see. We made it to the first one. Okay, I'm pulling in here to check things over. I'll get back. Oh. Now, just to make things clear here, I'm in a packed SUV with a lot of weight to it. This is not an off-road vehicle. And there's just along this whole road, let me disconnect you for a second here. There's campsites right on the water. It's pretty amazing. It's beautiful here. And it's marked as a campsite. Let me pull up to this so you can see. This is campsite number 8, North River. And you can only camp where it has that little tent sign.
Oh, there's the sign over here. Well, hold on, I'm gonna go read it.
Yeah, bring this over there. All right, so it's been a while now, and that sound has not come back. So I think for whatever reason, the spirits are trying to scare the shit out of me. Yeah, different noises, sounds like things are flying off my car, and I don't know what the hell's going on. It says, this is the location of the old Haw Knob Baptist Church, where many souls were saved. Pastor Reverend Bud Hamilton, erected by Hob Plemons. And there's not even a, I don't see any foundation or anything. Right across from campsite number 7, North River. 3 more miles to go. There is some kind of bee on my windshield. Go away, bee. So I pulled into the North River checking station. Some activity up there, but this is a cool little stop point. They have some reading material here. What to do if you encounter a bear. Map. More info. Family campground. There's a fireplace here. And a fan. Cherokee Forest, rules for forest visitors. Yeah. So look at this. Bats of the southern Appalachians. The big brown bat, the little brown bat, the Indiana bat, the northern bat, the eastern small-footed bat, the tricolored bat, and the eastern red bat. A lot of bats. And they have a garden here. And a bathroom over there. Really, really cool. We're just trying to outrun the storm. We want some decent weather so that I can hunt in peace and have some nice, relaxing, warm weather. There's a tropical storm coming up, apparently. And hopefully that's being... I can't really see the weather. I can't see the news. So I'm just getting bits and pieces, but if it is a tropical storm coming up, hopefully it's being broken up by the mountains.
Continue 0.7 miles to north 35.31882 degree W 84.13820 degrees unleft.
Did you get that?
Well, that's
Okay.
the website.
Apparently, and hopefully, the storm is being broken up by the mountains. And we'll see. There's sun over there, but behind us is very, very dark looking, stormy weather. So we decided on the campsite across from the old Uwharrie Baptist Church, where many souls were saved. We drove around for a while looking for something suitable. We got the tent put up. Leah bought a little solar light. So we'll see how that works. And there's water access right there. And Leah is cooking. What you got?
Quinoa.
Cool.
Let's get a sip. Just a little bit.
Seems pretty peaceful. I can get my fishing license too. There's trout in there. That is Leah. Hi, Leah. Say hi.
Hey!
That's Leah. Right next to where we set up the little light post is a rock, and on this side is a carving. It says 1962, and then two symbols. Show off your little spice packets. Come on. So bead cases from Michael's turned into spice holders.
All the spices.
Cayenne? Got cayenne in there?
Cayenne.
Yeah, okay. So we got quinoa, mushrooms, habanero, tomatoes, tomato paste, and all natural, gluten-free, no GMO, Melinda's original habanero pepper sauce. Extra hot. What else has it got?
Sweet pepper
Oh, it's also got some sweet pepper in it. Little bits.
and green chili.
And green chili. It's really good. Check it out.
Tastes better than it looks. Okay.
So everything so far in Tennessee has been way cheaper than back home in Connecticut. I have no idea what a value biscuit is. It says it's Tennessee River Smokehouse Value Biscuit Country Ham. $1. Value biscuit. Going to try it. I have no idea. I have no idea. It lists sodium nitrate twice. And salt. So, yeah, I don't know. To show you guys something. I made this walking stick when I was really sick, and I've been walking with it pretty much everywhere. I bring it everywhere with me, and I've been getting these little tags for it. I forget what they're called. And I don't have all of them on here yet. But as I go along, I've been collecting them. I made a little modification to it. Whack, whack, whack. Just made a foreshaft and put it into there. One of the things I like about this is I tie the foreshaft around the walking stick, pretty much so that this is covered and you're just walking with this pointing down so you're safe. You have a walking stick, which is sturdy and good. And then if you need this added protection, you just pop it in. And then you have a spear that has like a 7-foot reach. And then if you don't need it, you just pop it back out and you have a walking stick. Tie it back on, and you're good to go hike. If you like these kind of things, I make them. I'm gonna be straight up honest here. This has been hell. I can't sleep. You know, you would think in the middle of the forest it would be peace and quiet. Apparently not in these forests. I'm trying to find a good campsite. And she just wants to sit still. And I do too, but I wanna make sure we're not drowning in mud. Or being eaten by a maniac bear, aggressive bear. I think people should know what they're getting into. This is why we keep moving. This does not look good. Guess we'll see, huh? Video here. There's a lot of people around. This is really So, last night, in Cherokee Forest last night, at that campsite across from the old church, I started to hear the water pick up. I started to hear it move faster. Then, after that, it started to rain real heavy, real fast. So I got up and I told Leah, get up, we gotta go. I don't trust this spot. There's a flash flood warning sign right there. So we packed up as quick as we could. I was completely soaked. Everything in the back is soaked. And we're on our way out of the forest. And what seems to be the only way out of the forest, a tree falls down and blocks the exit out. So something doesn't want me here. I'm heading that way. I talked to the ranger at the last park, and she told me there's flash flood danger, and that there's horrible storms coming in. Be really careful. And if, you know, I know if you hear water speed up and it starts pouring, that there is a possibility of a flash flood. So where I left, apparently there were in the area were flash flood, like right after I left, apparently. It seems that I can hunt in Kentucky, but I can't get a clear answer. I can't really see on the website. I'm going to stop in at an office or something. There's still a lot of thunderstorms in the area. Right now it's sunny. It's 77 degrees. But I'm still going to try. I'm still going to try to do this. It's just been one thing after another, and so I don't know if I mentioned, one of our first camps, we see a bear warning. And I'm like, okay, whatever, bear. So we were really careful in cooking, the normal standard be bear aware thing. And I just happened to get signal, and I punched in the campsite to see the reviews. And apparently there's a very aggressive bear in the area, and nobody camps there.
Only at that campsite?
Only at that one campsite. And all the other campsites were filled, except for the one with the aggressive bear. And I was pretty sure I found the bear den. It was right where I was collecting some fallen wood. So the signal popped in after dark, and we already established camp. We already set everything up. Then I find out there's a maniac bear on the loose, and that nobody wants to camp there, and it's camp at your own risk, danger. Yeah, if you're being mauled by a bear, do anything you can to survive. Duh. Then another pamphlet says, if the bear attacks you, try your best to fight back. That's funny. Yeah, like if you're hunting, that's a different story. Like you just shoot it. I don't know enough about bears. I'm not an expert on bears. But I'm pretty sure that if a bear attacked me and I had a banana in my hand, I would throw the banana. It's not and like if you report the problem that you were attacked with a bear, don't they usually kill the bear? They have like tracking necklaces and shit, so they know which bear attacked you. You're like that bastard bear. Welcome to Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Just entering it now. I don't think I've ever been to Kentucky.
Me neither.
I feel like I've been driving for like 2 weeks. So wait, I have been driving for 2 weeks because I can't find anywhere to sit. Alright, I'm gonna flip the camera around for a while and you look at something else besides me. So you see these road cuts? Sometimes in these you could find flint.
Keep right on Bond Hollow Road.
I don't see any flint in those, but supposedly there's flint nearby. I'm going to be looking for it. I'm hopeful that I'll find some. Hopefully. This time. Okay. So about that, throw a banana at a bear thing, I'm just kidding. I don't want to read in the newspaper that somebody threw a bear at a banana and got murdered.
Throw a bear at a banana.
Throw a banana at a bear and got murdered. Don't throw a bear at a banana. That won't do shit. Okay, so I'm in a better mood in Kentucky. Yeah, I'm just joking about the bear thing. Do not take any of that as advice. Okay. Little mountain town here. Daniel Boone National Forest. I'm gonna check out all the campsites scattered through there on freecampsites.net is where I'm getting some of these locations from.
It's a great resource.
Make sure you read the reviews before you go there. Make sure you read the reviews before you go there. You hear him calling? You hear him calling? So my first night, we got in kind of late, and we pulled into a pretty dark campsite. I saw all the tents were set up, and all of a sudden I saw some movement around my driver's side window, and I had all the lights off, so I put the headlights on, and I'm still sitting in the car. We had just gotten there. We were starting to move stuff around to be ready to set up camp. And I just see this dark shadow move past. So I put the lights on, and I put on the brake, and I looked behind me, and I just saw a tail, fluffy tail go past. So I said to Leah, who was sitting next to me, "Take a look behind you and let me know what you see." And I hit on the brake, and she lets out a yell, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's a random poodle in the woods." So I thought it was like a coyote or something like that, but it was some kind of black lab poodle mix just sniffing around my car, and one of the other campers must have let their dog off the leash for a little bit at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So after the Mara Mountain trip there, we went back to Uwharrie Forest, and I was looking around for some rhyolite and chert in the creeks, and I didn't really find too much. I did find a few pieces, and tried to make some tools out of those. I'm gonna try some more probably later today. But at Uwharrie Forest, they had the primitive dispersed roadside camping, and hiking trails, off-road vehicle trails. They had a big lake. They had creeks everywhere. There was, people fishing. There was people on boats in the lake, and just in exploring the forest, we came to one of the primitive campsites with a fire ring right in the middle. And I backed my car in, backed my SUV in, and I got out, and I realized there was shards of flint sticking out of the ground. So I get out of the SUV, and I'm setting up camp, and I'm looking around, and there's evidence of people making stone tools there. There's flakes, there's little knives, there's little hide scrapers, there's just tools everywhere at this campsite. I pulled in here, and right here was a bunch of flakes for cutting and skinning. And here's where we were cooking. And all around there was skinning tools. And over here where Leah was sitting, I started to notice some hide scraping tools. So here's the fire pit, and all of these are tools. Like, here's a knife. That's a knife. There's little, scrapers everywhere. And just look, it just goes and goes. And we're literally sitting on these tools. And I was like, wow, this, you know, why does nobody see this? It's... Well, anyway, I plan to do some primitive camping and, you know, look for the chert. So I figured around this camp would be a good place. I was like, okay, down at the creek there might be flint in the creek, and that's why there's tool making material right here. You know, maybe they were making harpoons for hunting, maybe they were making harpoons for fishing and spears for hunting. So I set up the tent, backed the car in, and made some food. Was having a little bit of a problem getting comfortable because of my my thyroid issue. One of them with the medication, because I'm hyperthyroid, I have a heat intolerance. I feel like I can't breathe. So I went from cold of Connecticut, it was like 50 here, to 97 degrees within a few hours. I was having trouble setting up camp. I was having trouble being comfortable. I did have a little portable fan with me, just in case that would happen. I expected that was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. So once I finally did fall asleep, all of a sudden I hear ton of off-road vehicles, and they came right into my camp, and they put their brights on my tent, and they're just yelling, "Oh, there's somebody here, there's somebody here, what the..." And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, there's somebody here. Don't shine your freaking lights into my tent and start yelling. And they stayed there for about 5 minutes. And then they drove off, but then they were looping all night long, the rest of the night, all night long. 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. The next day I was like, alright, I don't want to be near the off-road trail because I couldn't sleep. So I get up and I start packing up camp. And I get into my SUV, I turn the ignition, and I look and I see the tire light is on. I get out, and I look, and I have a flat tire. I'm like, what the hell? So we went down the road, and there was a gas station with an air pump, and I just filled the tire. And I went to the shop. Drove all the way to the shop. On the drive out of town, saw some signs and stuff and some papers that said, you know, Bigfoot, legends of sightings. Look at the tracks. And so as we were driving out of the forest, there was a guy walking with Bigfoot feet, and he was just stomping. And he was stomping, making the impressions. So I thought that was amusing. And it was, you know, just down one of the forest roads. He was just walking with these Bigfoot feet, making trails. I didn't think to video that because I was in the middle of trying to get my tire fixed, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I didn't want to get stuck in the woods with no signal and just be on a forest road with off-road vehicles flying down it. So I just wanted to get out of there. We went to Walmart Auto to repair it. Waited around for about an hour, and they only charged me $10 to fix it. So that was cool. Only $10 to plug the tire, and they told me that something must have stabbed into the tire and popped it, because there was nothing stuck in there, just stabbed. So I was like, it was the flint. It was the flint at the campsite. While we were waiting, it was so hot that our shoes were melting to the pavement, to the blacktop in the parking lot. So it was just too hot. Like with my thyroid issue and all, and the heat intolerance, I felt like I couldn't breathe. So I wanted to head up north into the mountains just a little bit. The other thing I really wanted to do at Uwharrie Forest was hold a gathering and you know, teach some people how to do flintknapping and how to make stone tools, how to make stone weapons, how to make arrows, and just, you know, teach some people. Maybe like 10-20 bucks a person, and I just couldn't do it. It was too hot. So I'm looking to do something up north more. You know, I got to get this this thyroid thing figured out. I can't be so high on the medication. I can't be at such a high level of medication because it makes me out of breath. It makes me not able to do hard work and not able to tolerate heat at all. Like at all. Like I can't breathe. I feel like I gotta go to the hospital. And I guess that's a common thing with this condition that I have, hyperthyroidism. Well, it's actually, I had my thyroid taken out, and so technically I'm hypothyroid, but with the medication they give me, it keeps me hyperthyroid, which means high thyroid, and that gives a lot of like a high pulse, out of breath feeling, ringing in your ears, nausea, all kinds of crazy symptoms. But I'm figuring it out. I've lowered my dose, and a lot of the symptoms went away, but now I still have the heat intolerance, and that I can't seem to figure out. So I'll talk to the doctor more and I'll see what he has to say about it. But I suspect that I have to be lowered more. And then, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing okay. I'm alright. I'm good.